Where to look up Mercedes parts on the internet. So I get on the internet. So I get so many people that ask me to help them find part numbers. I decided to share my part number source. Let's hope and pray that nobody from Mercedes shuts down this site, because it's been such a big help to me. But this site is called mb-tilacatalog.de, and let's see if I can spell it. It's mb-tilecatalog.de. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about MB Telecatalog and what it is. MB Telecatalog was an EPC system that was put up, from what I understand, by members of some various Mercedes Benz clubs in Germany. So it's actually much more thorough and better organized than mbepc.net was, where I was looking up parts before. It has multiple language options, so if you're not from the United States, or English isn't your first language, don't worry. In the top right-hand corner of your browser, you can click on little flags to get your language to come up. And there are a couple of nuances to using the site that you should know about. So first of all, cars, transmissions, and engines are generally separated. If you click on PKW or car, that'll take you into the cars portal. Then you click on the model you want. And if you have like a car like a 250, a car whose first three-digit designation is 250, click on the 250 tab on the PKW or cars section, and then a list of models that are 250s will come up, whether it's 250C or 250T or 250SE or 250, one W114 versus 250 W123 chassis. It is there. Now let's say you need to look up an engine. There's also going to be a bar under there called aggregate, and I don't know why they called it aggregate, but I think that these are additional slides that are outside of EPC, and one of those slides is for engine. So you're going to click on engine. Now, if you're like me and you have older cars, there are going to be a bunch of different engines that come up, but there are also going to be two very specific headings. There's going to be two tabs that say OM, and there's going to be one tab that says M. I think the M tab is the third one, and you're just going to see a list of tabs laid out in something like a 12 by 3 brick or a 15 by 3 brick of tabs you can click on in the middle of the page. What I usually do is, when I'm looking up parts for a diesel engine, I go to the second tab entitled OM, not the first one. And if you click right on engine right off the bat on your page, it won't take you to this aggregate. You have to select, you at least have to click on the cars tab, and then you will see where all the aggregates are for the engines. At least, or you have to click on, your specific tab for your model you've selected, like 280 or 300, and then there will be then you'll see the aggregate header, and you'll be able to click on engine. I recommend running this with an ad blocker. It makes it a lot easier and a lot less confusing. I don't recommend you watching my YouTube with an ad blocker, because it's bad for our revenues. But in this case, I do recommend running this with an ad blocker, because occasionally some really ridiculous and stupid ads have come up, such as ads for a Russian dating service, or ads for ads for stock photo companies featuring questionably dressed women, which really annoyed the crap out of me. Or even a couple of ads for multi-level marketing scams. So, in the dark corners of the internet, it's best to use your ad blocker. One of the things that I love about MB Telecatalog, though, is that it seems like anytime Mercedes tries to do something weird to their EPC to make it incompatible, somebody actually goes in and updates the site and fixes it, which is really encouraging. So if you're running the site, I do thank you. I know you have to monetize somehow, you know, but, you know, I do appreciate you going in and updating the site. And so once you get into your tabs, your items are going to be laid out in groups. So like if you're looking just at cars, you're not going to find engine stuff under passenger cars. Your first tab will be engine suspension, which will be things like the engine mounts and transmission mounts. You know, you're going to start with the major systems in the car, like the drive shaft or the rear axle or the front suspension or the brakes. Then you're going to go to stuff that has to do with the body, such as body shell, floor frame unit, front end sheet metal, rear end sheet metal. And then you're going to see stuff that has to do with things like the HVAC system or the upholstery or what are called SAs, special applications. So if you have a 115 series car and you're trying to look at parts for your air conditioner, you're going to want to use the SA tab at the far right, which will usually be a bunch of picture tabs. By the way, once you click on the group that you want, usually it'll be subdivided after you, let's say I click on HVAC system and I'm working on a 500 SEL. Hey buddy, thank you. There'll be things like heating water line connection or AC line arrangement or blower case. You're going to want to click on these individual tabs, and then if you scroll down below it, you will get the part number list for each tab, and there will be a number in each one, and then you look at it and it corresponds to the item. So anyway, I'm glad that that I was able to tell you about some of this. Let's hope mbtelacatalog.de stays around for a long time. And in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video and it was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Please tap the bell for notifications. And if you felt that we did a great job, leave us a positive comment or a like or an applause. And thank you if you're supporting us on Patreon. We look forward to helping all of you guys with your Mercedes questions. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoy looking up your parts. See you later.